I've got your stimulus update for right now. At this very moment in Capitol Hill, Congressmen and women are negotiating, trying to hammer out a deal. I'll tell you what the rumors are and the likelihood of it passing. I got that and more coming up. My name is Mike Bernard. I am the host of the Wise Money Show. I'm also one of the certified financial planners right here at Korhorn Financial Group. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and smash that thumbs up button. Right now, there are congressmen and women, our elected officials, right? These politicians trying to hammer out a deal right now before Friday night. It is Thursday, December 17th right now. I'm recording this middle of the day. I've been holding off, hoping for a final plan. Yes, we've reached an agreement now. It just needs to be voted, ratified. I'm not seeing it. It's not happening. So I want to give you the update of the latest on what's in the stimulus negotiations, and we'll talk about whether it's going to pass or not. So, all right, from the last stimulus update from a couple weeks ago that you saw right here on this channel, I told you, listen, the thing's going to be close to $1 trillion, and it's not going to have direct payments. That's the biggest change right now. We're looking at $908 million $908 billion. $908 million wouldn't actually be so bad, but just shy of $1 trillion is what the current package is looking like. And the very first thing that I would highlight is earlier in the week, negotiations came back on the table for direct stimulus payments. Last time in the CARES Act, there was $1,200 that was sent out as direct payments to each person. A married couple then got $2,400. It was an extra $600 for your kids, I believe, if I've got those details right, somewhere right around there. Right now, even though it wasn't in the original proposal, the rumor is there will now be direct payments if this next stimulus plan is passed. It won't be $1,200, it'll be $600, so it'll be half of what it was before. I don't know what that means for kids, if they're actually going to fix the rule where if you've got kids that are 17 or older but are still dependents, they're not going to get any stimulus. In the HEROES Act and other proposals, they tried to fix that. No idea if they're going to fix that this time and whether it will be $300 for children or if it will be the full $600. But right now, the most important news about this stimulus negotiation is there are direct payments that are being considered. It's currently worked into the proposal if it can get passed. $600 direct payment. If this thing gets passed before the weekend, I would expect that those payments would be very quick right out to you. Not by Christmas, I would suspect, but in January to start the year, that would be wonderful. Don't spend it yet, don't plan on it yet, but that's currently in the proposal. That's the first big improvement, the big adjustment with this latest stimulus plan. The second one has been part of the negotiation all along, but in my opinion, it's just as important, if not more important, than the direct payment of $600, and that is the additional unemployment assistance of $300 per week on top of your normal unemployment. We are seeing unemployment numbers actually continue to rise. Last month, we got bad unemployment data, and then on a weekly basis, new claims. This is yet another Thursday where those weekly claims of new, this is not just normal weekly ongoing claims, this are new claims, increase. It was above what was expected. It was 885,000 people for the first time filed for unemployment. That is higher. That's almost 100,000 people more than what they were expecting. And so as we have shutdowns, yes, the vaccine's rolling out. Yes, people are getting it, and that's going to help, and we're going to have a vaccine rally in the future. I mean, that's the direction we're going unless everyone becomes a zombie because of this thing. But in the short term, businesses are still shutting down. People aren't going out as much, and so more people are adding to unemployment. So this extra $300 would go a long way as opposed to being to running out at the end of the year. So that's the second big part of the stimulus plan. The third big part of the stimulus plan is, so I'm going in kind of order of magnitude or importance. Direct payments, still $300 in pandemic unemployment assistance. The last one is a new round of Paycheck Protection Program loans. And I'm saying a new round, not another round. Another round is, well, the existing plan, if you haven't applied, if you haven't received it, we'll give you more money for if you want to go apply again. No, that's done. The original PPP has run its course. That is foolishness if they try to just add new money to the old thing. That's foolishness. Some of those businesses that needed the PPP at the beginning that were in dire straits, those small businesses that are at risk of going under. We had a great business, local restaurant here, I just heard this morning, is closing their doors for good. Right? So when the PPP, those businesses that were desperate, that very much needed the assistance, they've already gotten their PPP money. So to add more money to the existing program doesn't help. No, they're adding, rumor is, close to $300 billion of new PPP. Of, hey, if you already applied and got it the first time, you can reapply. And I believe you're going to have to prove, okay, we are in dire straits financially. It's not just, well, there's some uncertainty. No, you're going to have to prove that you desperately need this loan. And if so, you'd be able to get another PPP loan, forgivable loan. That's the third big part of this plan. What's cut out of the latest negotiation, payments to state and local governments, I have no idea what that means. I honestly, I don't. I know they're struggling just like everyone else. COVID has cost money and yet they've got lower tax revenue. So it's very possible states and municipalities are going to have some other relief measure, but apparently they're cut out of this. And the other parts, vaccine distribution, schools, and other big business benefits within the plan. They need to get a plan in place before Friday, apparently, right? Unless they're going to delay their vacation or whatever. But that's the latest on the negotiations. What chance does this thing have of passing? McConnell said, so Pelosi said, well, we'll consider something now that we know President Trump didn't win re-election. So obviously she's willing, right? McConnell has said, I'm not leaving here until we have a deal. And he was the one that I thought was going to be the holdout because the Democrats wanted such a big plan. Well, now that we're under $1 trillion, Mitch McConnell says, I'm at the table and we're going to get a deal done. I thought we would have had a deal done a couple weeks ago. So I believe it's extremely likely. We've got everyone at the table trying to hammer things out. But, will they be able to get it done in the next 36 hours? I still believe so, but it's a big question mark to me because this thing wasn't done a couple weeks ago when apparently it was pretty close to the finish line. They're saying we're inches away. I still think we'll have it, and if we do, well, I'll give you all the updates either tomorrow or Monday, but that's the latest rumors as far as what's in it. The other reason why I still think it's likely we'll probably get one is apparently there's government shutdown looming as well. And so there's some sort of, not a financial incentive for senators, but the folks in government, obviously there's a more desperate need for them to pass something because we've got shutdown looming as well. So I think it's pretty likely. Those are the big details, how it applies to you, how it would apply to you, how to apply it to your financial life. Don't go out and spend the money just yet. And if you're on unemployment, hopefully we get some the extension of the PUA benefits that I know you've been needing in your unemployment for these past several months, really since March. So as always, work with your certified financial planner. Make sure you're making wise decisions in your financial life. You don't have a CFP on your team, contact one on my team. Find us online, corehorn.com or wisemoneyshow.com, or send us an email, info@corehorn.com. All right, there you have it. Go out and take your next wise step in your financial life.